Sam is a princess in a country in Europe, and the legal system there is a monarchy. But she is a simple girl and hates the life of princesses. Also, her dream is to live her life like any girl, unlike her older sister Eleanor, who loves the life of the princess. And she is preparing to govern, because she is the legitimate heir to the throne after her father died. Then, the throne was transferred to her mother temporarily, until Eleanor grows up to be 18 years old. And there are few weeks left for Eleanor to be crowned queen of the state. On the other hand, Sam doesn't completely care about her family, and she spends all her time with her friend Mike, whose father works in the gardens of their palace. Then, the two of them go and play in the street. Sam sings a song against the monarchy, and against the queen who is her mother. And she tries to run riots in the street, and make people revolt against her mother. But suddenly, the police come to arrest them. So, Sam tells Mike that she will distract them, until he takes their musical instruments. She takes her skateboard and runs. But when she sees her sister's photo on the display, she falls to the ground and the police arrest her. Then, they go with her to the royal palace. Her mother rebukes her for her childish behavior, but Sam tells her that the people aren't happy with the monarchy, and instead, they want to have a say in any decision the queen makes. But her mother exposes her to this, and tells her not to riot, because this will affect her sister Eleanor, when she becomes a queen. The next day, Sam goes to school and meets a girl who is obsessed with social media. The girl talks to her fans, and Sam knows that her name is Roxana, and that she is a princess of another country. She tells Sam to stop hating the monarchy, because she is a princess, and her childish behavior embarrasses her family. At the same time, in a secret prison, there are too many guards, and this place is for the people that have superpowers, who want to control the world with their power. The guards enter cell number 34, and they give the prisoner food. But when the prisoner eats, he notices that there is a small electrical transformer inside the apple. He installs it on a device that is hidden in the cell, and manages to undo the collar from his neck. This collar is what prevents him from using his superpowers. After he untied the collar, he can use his superpower to escape easily. On the other hand, Sam is playing her new song with Mike, and they will sing it in a concert in a month. Mike tells her that he brought 2 tickets to a rock concert and tells her to go with him. And she agrees because she loves music very much. Meanwhile, Sam tells him that she smells garlic in him, and he is surprised because he ate garlic 2 days ago. After a while, Sam goes to her bed and takes out the box containing her photos with her late father. She recalls her memories with him, because he was the only one who loved her, and remembers that he used to call her Snowflake all the time. In the evening, she goes with her mother to a party, due to the upcoming coronation of her sister Eleanor, and her accession to the throne. Meantime, Mike sends a message for Sam and reminds her of the rock concert. But her mother tells her that she has to study, because she has an exam. But Sam goes to the bathroom, and dresses in clothes suitable for the rock concert. Then goes to meet Mike. When they show the tickets to the guard to enter the party, he asks them for ID because it's for adults only. But because they are under the age of 18, they can't enter the party. Sam notices one of the workers is writing down the password for the back door of the party. Surprisingly, she can see the secret number from a very far distance. And when the guard walks, she writes the password and enters the party. At that moment, Mike is impressed and asks her how she saw the password from a distance. But she doesn't know the reason. It seems that Sam has a superpower, which is the ability to see things from a distance. Also, she can control the senses in her body. At a party, Sam is so happy in dancing. But suddenly, she hears all the sounds in the place. The sounds are all overlapping and clear at the same time. So, she feels disturbed and uncomfortable, because she can hear all sounds in the place at once. She then goes to set off the fire alarm to stop the music, but she ruins the party. Although she tells the police that she hears a lot of voices at the party, they both are arrested. And Mike knows that she has a superpower, especially when she smelled the food he ate 2 days ago. After a while, Mike's father comes and takes them out. Sam is surprised that her mother is waiting for her, and is rebuking Sam for what she did, and says that because of her childish actions, she missed her exam today. Then, her mother decides to send Sam to a summer school to make up for her missed exams, and she will be in this school for a while to be polite. Meanwhile, prisoner number 34 managed to escape from prison, and his superpower is moving things remotely. After that, he talks to his partner, and thanks him for putting the electric transformer in the apple, but she tells him to prepare himself to start their plan. On the second day, Sam goes to her summer school. She meets a girl named Jane, and knows that she is a princess of another city too. Sam sees a boy named Matteo, but his personality is antisocial, and he doesn't mix with people. Also, there is another boy named Tuma, and Princess Roxana, the princess who was with Sam at school, and who is obsessed with social media. All the students are princes from different countries. Then, a teacher called James enters, and he will be responsible for them in the school. He tells them that each one of them is a prince from a royal family, and that he is the youngest of his brothers. Also, he tells them that there is a secret that no one knows except their royal family, and that the second son of each royal family has superpower abilities. He then changes the subject, and says the main goal of the summer school is for them to train and develop these skills, and that they'll join a secret organization, whose goal is to defend the world from evil. The teacher asks them not to tell anyone about their superpowers. Then, he takes their phones from them. Unexpectedly, Sam is surprised that her mother is the head of this organization, and that she didn't tell her about that before. But Sam's mother tells them that her organization has many agents, all of whom are emirs of different countries, and they can control their superpowers. But the real goal of this organization is to fight the evil and protect the whole world from any threat. Then, she tells them that their training will start shortly, but whoever fails this training won't be accepted into the organization, and they will take his superpowers. Meanwhile, Prisoner 34 is talking to his partner, saying that he wants revenge on the Queen, because she imprisoned him for 10 years. He then puts a photo of Sam on the wall, and it is clear that he'll do something bad for her. In the school, the students start their first training. James tells them that their mission is to use their superpowers and find the electronic hierarchy in the training hall. Tuma thinks that the task is easy, but when he goes to get the hierarchy, the laser beam hurts him, and he falls to the ground. After that, the rest of the team is running away from these laser beams. In that moment, they start trying to know their superpowers. Roxana knows that she can disappear. Tuma is surprised that his superpower is that he forces the people to do his orders. Sam can control her senses, and her superpower is that she hears and sees things from a distance. Matteo discovers that the suit with a device that reflects the laser, but this device is only on the wrist, and the laser hits him. Sam uses her powers amazingly, and gets close to the hierarchy, but the laser hits her too, and the whole team fails. When they finish training, they talk to each other about their superpowers. Meanwhile, Jane discovers that she can steal the power of any of them and use it temporarily. Also, Matteo finally knows that his power is to control insects. After a while, the girls go to their room to sleep, and they are surprised that Sam has another mobile phone. Then, Sam sends a message to Mike and tells him that she is very happy at this school. The next day, the second training begins, and James explains to them how they can control their strength. He decides to give each one of them a different training than the other, to develop their skills quickly. So, he goes with Sam to a room with many screens, and each screen has a different sound. Then, he asks her to focus on the sounds to know what is being said. For Tuma, James gives him a dog, and asks him to make him do all his orders. He makes Roxana focus on her invisibility power in difficult weather conditions. Matteo is trained to control insects and let them hold heavy objects. Also, he takes Jane to the pool, and makes her train with another girl who has superpowers to breathe under the water to take her strength. After a while, it's time for break time and James gives them the food, but Sam discovers that her food is poisoned, and James tells her he makes a test for her to control her sense of smell. In the evening, Mike calls Sam, and tells her that he prepared propaganda for their rock party. Sam gets confused, because she won't be able to go out, but she tells them that she'll attend the party. After that, she goes to meet her mother in the secret headquarters of the Superpowers organization. Then, she shows Sam advanced technological weapons, including a weapon that depends on DNA, and it can imprison the people with superpower inside it. But her mother advises her that if she wants to control her power, she must forget everything she thinks about, and enjoys everything she does. When Sam returns to training, she does what her mother says, and succeeds in her training. She manages to know all the sounds on the screens. Meantime, all of them succeed in their training, except for Roxana. So, James decides that he is pressuring her to pass the test. He takes advantage of her love for social media, and threatens her that he'll go live and show her fans her appearance when she is messy. At this moment, Roxana gets angry and is able to disappear. Over time, all of their skills are clearly developing. After a while, Sam decides to go out of school to go to Mike. Then, she sends him a message to tell him that she is coming. But unfortunately, James wakes up the team because they have a mission. He tells them that there is a thief in the museum who wants to steal the royal crown, and their mission is to guard the crown in any way. When they reach the museum, Sam uses her powers and knows the thief's location through remote vision, but the rest of the team goes with Sam instead of guarding the crown. Then, Roxana beats the thief and makes him unconscious, but she is surprised that this thief is the girl who helps Jane with her training. After all, they return to the crown again, but find it stolen. So, James tells them that this was a test for them, and they failed in it because they didn't do his orders. Their mission is to protect the crown, not to arrest the thief. After all, he tells them that he cancels their training tomorrow, to let them think about what they have done. Sam talks to her friend Mike, and says sorry to him for not going to their party, and she feels that Mike is annoyed by her behavior, especially since she didn't tell him anything about her superpowers. But she is forced, because James asked her not to tell anyone about his superpowers. The next day, all the team members gather and decide to go out together. They go to the sea and enjoy their time. They then become close friends. After that, Jane tells Sam that she is very happy to know her. Also, she wants to be friends for a long time, and see her palace. Then, Sam takes her palace, and they enter through the back door, and show her the room where she plays. But Mike comes and gets annoyed, because he thinks Sam is ignoring him, and that she has time to make new friends. Meantime, she tries to tell him what happened, but he refuses to listen, and breaks off his relationship with her. Then, Sam returns to school. On the other hand, Prisoner 34 appears and uses his power on Jane, and wants to kidnap Sam. The team comes to help them, but he can defeat them all. Then, the prisoner hears the voice of James, and decides to escape before being arrested. But before he walks in, he calls out to Sam, the snowflake, and she is shocked because only her father called her that. James asks them to go back to their place, but Sam refuses, and enters the woods behind the prisoner. He uses his strength and falls trees on Sam, but before he hurts her, James comes to save her, and he has the ability for making many copies of himself. But Prisoner 34 defeats them all, and then goes to Sam. He tells her that he is her uncle, and his name is Edmund, but she is surprised because Edmund has died in a plane crash with her father. Suddenly, Jane appears and steals his power, then pushes him far away. After the fight, James goes to the hospital, and he is about to die. After a while, Edmund is arrested, but Sam goes to her mother, and tells her that her uncle Edmund is still alive. So, her mother is forced to tell her the truth. She tells Sam that her uncle Edmund killed her father to take the throne, and Sam asks her to meet Edmund again. Her mother agrees, and goes to prison, then asks him why he killed her father. He tells her that he should have killed him to get rid of the monarchy, because all people would be equal. After that, Sam returns to the palace to prepare for her sister's Eleanor coronation ceremony, and Eleanor asks her not to act childishly, because most of the kings of the world will attend the party. Meanwhile, the team gathers and they agree to go to the coronation party to support their friend Sam. They go to the coronation party, but are impressed because the party includes all the royal families in the world. Tuma admires a girl at the party, and tries to use his power to get to know her, because he's controlling people and doing all his orders. But he is surprised that his strength has disappeared, and this is because Jane stole his power. She controls the guards to enter the secret prison, and makes Edmund get out of the prison. And it seems that his partner from the beginning is Jane. She helped him from the beginning, and freed him from prison. Then, Jane goes to the team and controls them, but Mateo becomes suspicious of her, and he sends a bee to Sam, to warn her about it. Then, Jane takes them to the prison of Edmund and locks them up. At this time, the bee goes to Sam and she feels that there is a danger. So, she uses her strength and sees Edmund from afar. Sam then runs quickly to catch him. Edmund uses an advanced bomb, which created before to kill all the kings. While Sam is on her way to Edmund, she notices that Jane is following her. So, she goes to her friend Mike, and asks him to help her. Sam tells him everything that happened, and tells him that she has superpowers, and that her uncle wants to kill her family. Mike agrees and they both reunite with each other again. They make Jane enter the store, then Mike throws a basket at her and makes her unconscious. Sam goes to the prison where her team is, and frees them, then asks them to cooperate with her to defeat Edmund. The plan is to bring the device that disables the power, and make a trap for Edmund. After that, Sam goes to Edmund to confront him, but finds him putting the bomb in the DNA device that is in her mother's laboratory, and he changes the genes in the device to imprison all the kings in the party. He tells her that he must get rid of the monarchy to make the people live freely without any restrictions. But suddenly, Tuma manages to take the device from him and throws it at Sam. She then takes the device and jumps off the roof. But Mateo uses his power and controls butterflies to help Sam, and she runs away from the palace to make Edmund run after her. He enters the room but finds Sam is making a trap for him and putting a device on him so that he can't use his power. Mike reprograms the device to target Edmund only and pulls him inside it. Then, the party ends, and Eleanor is crowned princess of the country. After a while, Sam's team is accepted into the superhero organization, and James becomes their leader. When Sam returns to the palace, Eleanor tells her that she knows what she did for her, and that she saved her from Edmund. So, she decides to make a parliament, and from now on, the people will have a say. Thanks for watching, take care, and see you in the next video.
All this money,